Teeter, played by Landon, has found herself inadvertently at the center of one of the biggest rivalries ever to grace the Yellowstone ranch so far in season 4. With fellow bunkmates Lloyd, Forey J. Smith, and Walker, Ryan Bingham, at loggerheads throughout, John Dutton, Kevin Costner, took the decision to fire all women from the bunkhouse given Laramie, Hassie Harrison, sparked the violent feud between the two. But while it looked like Teeter would be bowing out of the Paramount drama as a result, an emotionally charged scene with John and Rip Kohlhauser saw Teeter allowed back, and it certainly meant a lot to star Landon. In the 7th episode of season 4, titled Keep the Wolves Close, Yellowstone fans saw a much more emotional side to the typically sharp-tongued and hardened Teeter. Desperate to return to the ranch and feeling hard done by John's demands, she sheepishly approached him and Rip and said, "Can I have a word, sir?" "Sir, whatever is between Walker and Lloyd has got nothing to do with me," she pleaded, but John didn't appear to budge. Having been branded in season 3, a tearful Teeter confronted the Duttons' leading man. "So all that this is my home forever, that's just talk. FG scarred for life, it don't mean nothing." However, by the end of the plea, Rip assured Teeter the brand meant a lot and offered her a place back in the bunkhouse. Through tears, Teeter thanked Rip and promised she would continue to do her best to prove her loyalty to the Yellowstone ranch. And while the moment left Teeter and Paramount viewers in tears, actor Landon was also emotional as she delved into the intricacies of the scene on the network's Behind the Story feature via YouTube. "The scene with Kevin and Cole was quite emotional," Landon said as she wiped away tears. "For Teeter, to be fired was devastating." Landon continued, "Taylor Sheridan, showrunner, shot that, so it was great working with him on something that is vulnerable and emotional." As wily and rebellious as she is, all she really wants is to belong to a family, and so in a weird way, this thing that feels like it's sort of oppressive ownership the brand, for her, it really feels liberating. Rip star Hauser also offered his opinion on Teeter's storyline, saying, "I don't think Rip ever wanted Teeter to leave. When she comes back and she makes her case for what she's doing and what she's done and how she's done it, I think he's proud that she came and stood up for herself. She's like anybody who's branded. You take that oath and you go through the suffering of the burning on the chest like that, you deserve to be part of this ranch until the day you die." As the scene in question drew to a close, Teeter planted a hug on Rip in a rare display of intimacy, although it wasn't quite as Landon envisaged. She added on Behind the Story, "It was so interesting, because when I first read it, I just read she hugs Cole. And then I realized, oh, goodness, he's on a horse, and so it's this really awkward sort of thing, she's sort of hugging his leg. I do think it's a combination of this brand, but there does feel like there's another sort of emotional thing that ensures her place there." So with Teeter now back where she belongs in the bunkhouse, Landon also took to Instagram to pen an emotional thank you message to fans who have been rooting for her character. "I'm beyond thankful for everything @Yellowstone has brought into my life, and to the @Yellowstone fans for being the best fan base of any show ever. We can't do what we do without you. Sick." So what lengths will Teeter go to prove to Rip and John they made the right choice allowing her back on the ranch?